I was talking about Gypsy having mental health issues, and then she's like, I was like, okay, my bet we didn't know, da 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 da, and then she says this. So no one can say anything bad about Gypsy in here? What the fuck?
Yeah, no. All right, so, no. All right, so to rewind one more
You're obviously not paying attention.
If you're just joining, grab a notebook, okay? To start over again.
Yes, they do,
We're talking
Marty
about
Moore.
a gentleman named Richard Keene. Now, Richard Keene is someone who is from VisaCon. Richard Keene is also a person that Gypsy has talked about and said that she loved and all of this stuff, and he was the one who broke her heart and yada yada frickin' yada. Okay, and I just know his name right now. Trust me, I'm nowhere near done with that. Trust me.
Can I see a picture of this man?
We don't have one yet. We've been trying. Chrissy and all of them. Yeah, we've been trying.
We've seen one though, haven't we?
Nope. They determined it wasn't him. That's why we didn't put it out yet. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I thought it
wasn't
was.
him. Nope. Okay, so Richard Keene. All right. He had a relationship with Gypsy at some point. She was in love with them. All right. And from David's actual interview inside the car, there is a conversation he has with this police officer. Yes, ma'am, come back. Okay, so he has a conversation with this police officer, and he's saying that he's known Gypsy for a very long time, maybe even longer than 6 or 7 or 8 years. Okay, well, to give you context on that, Dee Dee Blanchard became a member of VisaCon in 2006. That is almost a year to a year and a half before they moved to Springfield. At that time, Gypsy was underage.
Yeah, she would have been.
She was 14 or 15 years old. But they were telling everyone that she was 13. So in her mind, and she even said it, she's got these things inside.
And let me just say, even if she was a willing participant, because we know how hyper schmexual she is, that doesn't mean that those grown men should have been doing what they were doing with her.
Right, exactly. They knew exactly how old she was, and
Right.
they were still doing it.
Right.
Okay, and then here to add more to the conversation here. In 2007, yes, I'm going to start with 2007 and then I'm going to work my way back 1 year. Okay? In 2007, Mr. Richard Keene was charged with SA. No details, just SA. Okay? Guess who was his attorney? Mike Stanfield. Okay? So we have a connection to Gypsy in 2007 between Mike Stanfield and her. Not maybe they didn't know each other that exactly at that time.
They didn't know each other, but
This is how. Okay.
They knew of each other.
They knew of each other.
because I mean, she wasn't even arrested, and he
wait.
was her attorney, right?
Right. But wait. So this is a 2007 case that Mike Stanfield talks down to a misdemeanor with 90 days. He doesn't do all in his 90 days. He skips out. He doesn't show up the first time. They have to issue a warrant. They come back a second. They catch him again. He skips out. He's supposed to, because he's not only wanted in this case, he's got a case from 2006. Okay? Same circumstances. Same circumstances. Now, guess what though, guys? Can I show you something? There's actually 4 cases. Do you know what they are? Well, in 2007, there's the SA, but there's another case number. If you go to CaseNet and you look, there's another case number. When you type that case number in, guess what? That one goes away. So there was only one case.
It's not there.
And it says that everything is listed underneath that, and there's nothing there. My messages keep being blocked. Have you got an email, Billy? This is. I don't know why it does this shit, Billy. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to approve everything.
There we go.
There.
Trying, guys. We're trying. Facebook or TikTok's been being weird. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to pay attention.
We do have an email though. I'll give you the email, Billy.
Okay, but listen. So in 2007 and in 2006, there are 2 cases. And each time, the second case cannot be pulled up. Cannot be pulled up. There's not a whole lot of reasons why that would happen unless it was purposely deleted.
Right. Or paid for to be deleted.
Or it involves a minor.
Right. And they wiped it.
And what do you want to bet
Thank you.
that minor is?
Yeah. I think, I definitely think.
Allegedly, in my
if
opinion, for
it
education purposes only.
I definitely think that if that's the case and it was for educational purposes only, Gypsy.
Hold on, Renee. No, it is a completely different case, and it is gone on both of them. Not even with the one or anything. It's a totally different case number, just so everybody knows.
Okay. So it wasn't Gypsy.
No. I'm saying they're asking me if it's like, oh, the second case is it got a 1 at the end?
Okay.
Because the 1 at the end would mean that it gets combined into 1 because
I think the website is it CaseNet.
CaseNet.missouri.mo.gov, I think.
So with the charge.
So
I'm not sure. Expunged could be. It could have been expunged.
Could it be expunged? It could be, or it could be that it's involving a minor, and so that's why. No, KEENE. That's why it's not there. And yes, that could have been Gypsy. Yes.
Okay, so if it was Gypsy, then and Dee Dee knew, and Dee Dee filed, then maybe she purposely wiped it clean off the slate so that way they couldn't research it and pull it up and say, oh my God, what has Gypsy been doing or what has been going on that we don't know about? Because remember, the VisionCon thing, they like to keep everything secretive and they're doing things behind the scenes. So maybe that's possibly why they wiped it.
No, it's not found in the FOIA. This is done through independent research, and the way that you get the connection is because it's Mike Stanfield that represented him. We've been looking for a way to figure out how Mike Stanfield knew her before the night, and this is a very interesting connection.
And somebody asked, could it possibly be listed in the PACER possibly?
Maybe. I don't know the PACER system as well as a lot of other creators. So if somebody wants to help me out,
Krista, if you're familiar with that, because I'm really not, that's why I wanted to ask her. Right. So if you are familiar with that and you want to let us know what you find, I would really love that. Like, anybody's help is appreciated because it's all about getting the true story out. And everybody working together is really helping this come along, boy, I tell you.
Be free, did you mean to come up, babe?
Be free.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
I don't think she meant to come up.
I don't think she meant to come up.
Oh, nope, my bad. She said, okay.
No, my bad. There you go, babes. All right, there you go. Figured as much. All right, and I want to make sure someone else is in there. And so, Ashley, are you meaning to come up? And then there's Nawaya. I can't even begin to say your name. Please drop in the chat if you're still wanting to come up. I'm not.
She meant, would he have a FOIA?
Yes. There would be a FOIA, but again, I'm going to tell you what. If it's sealed, because she's a minor.
Yeah.
And oh, guys, in 2007, guess what? Gypsy was 16 years old, or almost. It could have been 15, being almost 16. So, and when that post that she's making, that Rose has, Rose, do you have that post now?
I do. You ready? Which one do you want? The first one or the second one? The big paragraph.
I want the big paragraph first, and then we'll back around. Okay, hold on. I'm going to expand you. There you are, my dear.
Okay.
It depends on each one. Each FOIA is different, so you have to just wait. I'm going to drop. Oh, Ashley, did you mean to come up, hon?
Yeah, she wants to explain something after this.
Okay. All right. So on the screen, if you read, this is Emma Rose. All right. And she is responding to an article in the KY3. And so before I move it over to the other side, I want to read this to you. This is what Gypsy, as herself, is saying publicly. Okay? I know this story all too well. I was 15 when I made a secret Facebook for my mom. I met a 40-year-old man. By the way, Dan was not 40. That lives in Springfield. He groomed me, said he would take me away, marry me, and we would live happily ever after on his farm. And a 15-year-old girl, naive girl like me, believing it, I ran away from home at night while my mom was asleep. Now, you're going to think this is Dan. I'm not so sure. Okay? Because Gypsy likes to take these things and change different dates for things and times for things. Oh, that's really funny. Kind of like the medical records.
Yeah.
Wow.
He loves to flip scripts.
She likes to combine things. Like, you know, oh, my mom was going to sit But that happened in 2009, Gypsy. When you turned 18. 2009. Anyway, back to this thing over here. All right. So, sorry, guys. I'm pissed tonight. You're just going to get what you get tonight. So,
It's been a lot, yeah.
So she says, as a 15-year-old naive me, I ran away when my mom was asleep. I met him at the hospital because he had been beat up from sleeping with another man's wife. Yeah, that's not the real story, but we ain't got time for that tonight. And I found out he's on parole for doing rugs. Not 5 hours later, my mom, thank God, found me by herself in capital freaking letters. So she didn't bring the freaking police with her, by herself, right? Because the guy and my mom had a mutual friend in common. And they told mom where I was, and I was found. I was so mad at my mom that day, but now looking back, I'm grateful because I could have been raped, murdered, but I wasn't gone long enough to be, which I don't think there's an amount of time, Gypsy.
See, it's confusing.
Right, but she says she doesn't think she was gone that long. You know, she was but 5 hours. But no, she slept overnight at his house, right? Yeah. And then she says, this was 4 years ago, so she's pretending to be 20 at this point, right? Not, and I know that this girl and her mother's relationship will. And she capital letters, never be the same again. Her mother trusted her and she lied and deceived her mother just as I did. My mother still don't trust me 100%. So all I gotta say to this girl, you made the wrong choice, and choice, capitalize, of your life, or the worst choice of your life. You think you're all big and adult, that you will but you will rue the consequences of your choices. You have a long road ahead of you. Stay a kid, and stop keeping secrets from your mother as frickin' hello, all caps, right? But Jeannie's the one who writes in caps, right? Nothing good comes from it. I would know, and I pray not. Insane. Nope, other one. There we go. Okay. All right. So if you look here, this is the KY3 post. And this KY3 post is from 3 months before she unalives her mother. Her name is Hannah Kanish, and she was kidnapped and raped in Montrose, and this is where a lot of you came in, Montrose, Missouri, which is an hour and a half away from Springfield. Okay, so now we're in 2015. This is where this all is happening. So here she is. This is Hannah Kanish, and she says, so I'm so happy I'm not the only one who thinks, is there any way you can make it any smaller, or no, can we not make it? I can't see both sides.
Probably won't.
I would have to, hold on, let me see.
Come on, Rose, do your thing.
She's so good at this shit. I love her so much. Well, Mac, I thought we were going to talk about a whole lot of other things tonight, but I think this is where we're going to end up being for most of the night.
So you had questions, Fancy, on what Pacer is?
No, I don't have questions on it. I just don't know how to use it right. I've tried and I can't figure it out, and it's just too much of a learning curve for me at this point to try. So
There is a program that's aimed towards helping people with disabilities, learning how to be independent, learning how to do like living life skills, balance, budgeting money, and doing stuff like that.
Is that Pacer?
Yes.
No. That's not what we're talking about.
That's what I thought you said, and so I was
No. We're talking about a system. No. We're talking about a system that's a nationwide system that you can look up court cases in. It's called Pacer.
My misunderstanding then.
No problem. Love, no problem. Welcome to the
Can I
conversation.
make it diagonal? Would it be okay if I made it diagonal?
Yes, it would be great if you made it
Yes, because we
Okay.
can flip it.
You're welcome to stay and have a conversation if you want to.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I do not like Gypsy one bit. I
No.
have followed this story from the time I watched the act all the way up, and I'm pretty disturbed at those FOIA documents I keep
It's pretty bad.
coming out.
Well,
Yeah,
did you
it's pretty
know
bad.
that every single one of the producers that worked on all the documentaries, including The Act, which is not a documentary but a scripted drama, did you know that they had access to all of this?
Are you serious?
I am 100% serious, and there's absolute proof.
Wow.
Bam.
Wow.
All of this, what we're talking about right now with this picture. Okay. All right. I'm going to flip it so I can look at it. Yes. All right. Thank you, ma'am. And I'm also going to turn comments off
You're
for a second,
welcome.
guys. Hold on. I want to turn comments off. Can I turn them off by going? How do I go? No, I don't want any of that. I just want to be able to see the screen. All right. Here we go. It's all right.
Look at my sweet baby.
I'm so happy
Aw.
I'm not the only
Such
one.
a handsome boy.
Okay. Oh.
Or girl, I don't know.
He's a boy.
Oh, that's sweet.
He's sweeping.
Okay.
And his mama's pretty too.
Guys, keep
Okay.
tapping. We've got 271 people in here watching. Please tap, send heart me's, FYPs, do the thing, share it out again. Okay. And make sure you're tagging, tagging news. Tag news. Tag
We hit
TMZ.
52, by the way. We hit
Tag TMZ.
50,000.
A lot. What? Yeah,
we hit
35,000, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I am so happy I'm not the only one who thinks this girl is in the wrong as well. She's as much to blame as that sick pervert. And I want you to hear these numbers. 13, 16. Still underage. Disgusting. And she meant to say disgusting. This girl wanted what she got. She ran away to be with him. She's looking at this man as her Prince Charming, even though he is old enough to be her grandfather. She obviously needs professional help. She's a lying, manipulating little, and I don't know if I can say that, I said it earlier, but SLUT. That's what she had to say, my friends, about a young lady who was 13 years old who escaped from being kidnapped and raped. And then she went on to say the further thing that I already read to you. Yep.
Gypsy loves to project, so I'm just saying, if you think she don't, she does. Go back to
And
her
then if you
videos
wanted-
up into the
go
weeds
ahead.
posted, and go back to her posts. If you can find some posts about Gypsy on Facebook,
guys-
it's literally out there.
If you guys go to my channel and you go no, it's her. So you go all the way back to the beginning of our channel when it's Colleen and me and my other friends and everybody that was doing this. We lay all this out from start to finish of what we knew when. And it's very chilling to watch how it goes, because you can actually watch us get new information and go like, what the fuck? Like, shit. Now I gotta, and I mean, the thing is wow. It's wow. if you go back and watch all of our stuff and you listen to the podcast, you can get the real full background. You're also going to, like she said, you're going to need to look for any of the Facebook stuff from back then. And I do think we have quite a bit of it, and I'll be putting it out. But it's Christy in there. It's so many different things that were happening back during the beginning of this. And it's just like, it's a train that's barreling, but it hasn't gotten this close to, crashing before. You know what I mean? Like, sorry. Yeah, I see you're back in there. All right.
Yeah, it wasn't chugging like it is right now.
It isn't right now. We only had, you know what would happen? This is what we had. Oh my God, I found something. Oh, there's nothing to connect it with anything else that I have in any of this.
Yeah, can't prove it. Oh wait, we got this. Da-da-da-da-da. Nope.
Oh, no. And
It's like we would be right there all the time. Okay. We're just right there.
When I'm gonna make you small again, Rose. And we'll shrink you. Thank you, ma'am, for what you did.
Thank you so much, Rose.
You're very welcome.
So, I mean, let's talk about this before we get any further, because to take any further past this is insane. But let's talk about this. This is 3 months before she unalives her mother.
I know it. Which makes it more insane to me, more demented, more deranged, more disturbing, more